So guys, we got some really interesting news coming out of Nintendo over the weekend and what dropped today. And I think it's something that I really want to talk about because I definitely have a lot of feelings about this. And this is big. This is big news coming out of Nintendo. So if you guys are new here and you guys love video games just as much as I do, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Anyways, guys, let's jump right into the hot topics of today coming out of Nintendo. And we're going to start with an article or a statement, I should say, that president of Nintendo out of Japan had briefly talked about the Nintendo Switch 2 or the next generation of Nintendo hardware. And I think this is really interesting because in this article it says, while there is no particular technology we are focused on at the moment, we are conducting research on a variety of new technologies. However, I believe the most important thing for our company is not seeking new technologies for novelty's sake, but rather considering how they can lead to revolutions in the act of play itself. Okay, that's really key. But anyways, the idea that is that if we become convinced that incorporating a certain technology can provide customers with a fresh and surprising experience, then we covet its research more strongly, making investments when necessary as well. Okay, so this is really interesting. Like I said, guys, what's really key about this statement, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about, is they can lead to revolutionize in the act of play itself, which means to me is that the next Switch, which is, they're going to stick with Switch, okay? It's going to be Switch 2. It's going to be Switch Pro, or it's going to be whatever. I think it's going to be Switch 2. Or, they're not going to divert from the name Switch. They're going to keep the hybrid model, but it's going to be more powerful. It's going to be, can lead in revolutions in the act of play itself. And that's really interesting because I think the next Switch is going to be more powerful and it's going to hold up for the next 7 to 10 years like this Switch did. Another thing that's really key about this statement is that, they love reinventing the wheel. Okay. They love making new gimmicks and things like that. Yes. But also, it says right here, making investments when necessary as well. So, honestly, I think, what this says, guys, is they're going to lock it in with Switch for now. And, when the time comes, then they'll, dabble in some really gimmicky new stuff or, like reinvent the wheel, right? Make a really cool new console that everybody's going to gravitate to at that time. But Switch is working right now. Switch is going to be their #1 best-selling console of all time. The hybrid system is working. Just give us more juice. And I think that's what this is saying, is that they're listening to the fans. They're always, research and development is always looking into creating a better video game experience or a different video game experience. Take, the DS to the 3DS, right? That 3D was very gimmicky, but it was really neat. It was really cool. That could have totally taken off. And, it's actually really fun to play games in 3D with no glasses, for sure. But it's also really gimmicky. I would turn it off after an hour or so because I'd rather just, whatever, I'd rather play the game without having to strain my eyes or whatever. So this is really interesting. I think that what this says, like I said, guys, is that they're not going to, go super deep into a really gimmicky next console. They hit it on the head with the Nintendo Switch, and they're going to just focus on leading technology going forward. And that doesn't mean they're going to be going in there, guns a-blazing against PS5 and Xbox Series consoles. No, but they're going to still be able to, release alongside them or have these third-party games come to the Nintendo Switch 2 that are coming out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox consoles. So really interesting. Another thing I wanted to talk about today, guys, a little bit bittersweet for me, and that is saying goodbye to Charles Martinet as the voice of Mario. And many great Nintendo characters at that. And it sucks. It's sad, yes, but hats off to him. He did a great job. He really did. He did such a great job. I have so many memories playing these great Mario games, like Super Mario 64, which one of his first Nintendo games that he ever did. And Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Odyssey, so many great games. And he did so many other games that no one ever talks about. And he did so many other voices that nobody else talks about. The guy is super talented. One of my favorite things in my collection is actually a signed copy of Super Mario 3D All-Stars by Charles Martinet. That's right, my buddy went down to Vegas Comic-Con. He took my copy of 3D All-Stars down there with him, and he got it signed. And it's one of my cherished video games in my collection by far. It's super cool. I love having that. I'll always hold on to it. But, you know, it's a little bittersweet to say goodbye to him. But, you know, Charles is going to still have a role in the voice acting for the Mario and all of its characters and stuff. And that's really great. He is considered a Mario ambassador. And what that means is that he will have a huge role in mentoring the voice actors going forward and giving his input and insight into the games going forward. And that's great because that's what we need. We want it to be similar. We want to be able to play these games and it to be familiar to the other Mario games, right? I mean, at least as far as sounds and the voice acting goes. At least I do, because I mean, we definitely needed a new coat of paint on the 2D Marios. The Super Mario Brothers U and all that other stuff. Oh, it's garbage. I didn't like it all that much. It's just not for me. You know, I love Super Mario Brothers 3. I love Super Mario Brothers World. And this looks like Super Mario World in a way. I mean, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that fresh take that they, when they went from 3 to World. That's what it kind of feels like. And so, anyways, yeah, so he's going to have a huge role in, mentoring the voice actors going forward. So that's great. The next thing I wanted to talk about, guys, kind of coincides with this, is the next voice actors for Mario and other characters are going to be in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So we're going to see them next month. We're going to hear them, I should say, next month on this game, and that's really cool. So hopefully they hold the torch and can do just as good as Charles did, because, it's something that I'm definitely going to look for. It's something that I'm going to notice if it doesn't sound the same, and I might not like it. I hope I do, and I'm sure I will. But I hope I do, and maybe Mario will be talking more now, because Mario and Luigi kind of really didn't talk all that much, especially Mario. So maybe there's more, more voice acting, there's more talking coming from these characters, and that's really neat. That's exciting, because Super Mario Bros. Wonder looks like they, went back to the drawing board, and now there's, this great new 2D Mario game coming out. I cannot wait to play this. I really cannot. I'm super excited. So yeah, we know for a fact that there's going to be new voice actors on the new Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's really cool. And then another thing about Super Mario Bros. Wonder is that it's going to have online play. That, however, makes me a little worried. I got to admit it makes me a little worried, because playing Super Mario Bros. Maker 2 online was a travesty, and it drives me crazy. I want to so bad enjoy that game with random people and just kick their butts trying to get to the flag. I mean, dude, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So it makes me really nervous that there's going to be online play with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I really hope Nintendo figured it out in 2023 to be able to play a Mario game, a 2D Mario game, online with friends and randoms. Come on, guys. Get this. You got to get this right, because it'll be really fun to play with randoms, because sometimes, I want to play video games, my kids can't or whatever, or I just don't have anybody to play with at home on the couch. I mean, it'd be great to play with randoms. It'd be really fun. So anyways, yeah, there is word that it's going to have online play. I will keep you updated on that if, however, they do change that. But yeah, so there's going to be online play of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I don't know. This game looks really fun, and I cannot wait to play it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all this crazy news coming out of Nintendo over the weekend and today. It's wild. It's cool. It's exciting that there's a new chapter going forward with the Nintendo Switch and also the Mario franchise, because these are definitely one and one. It's just, yeah, they go hand in hand for sure. So let me know what you think down in the comments below about Charles stepping aside and not doing the voice acting for the Mario games anymore, or other Nintendo games as well. But then also, what do you think about the president for Carwa? So also let me know what do you think about the president of Nintendo talking about the next Nintendo Switch hardware. I think it's really interesting, and I think we're going to be surprised, but maybe a little bit let down at the end of the day. I don't think it's going to be like a Steam Deck, or I don't think it's going to be as powerful as the Asus Rogue Ally, or whatever that one's called. But it'll still be a Nintendo console, and we'll get some great Nintendo games to play on it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.